When an Imperial Guard is rescued by the Angels Vermillion chapter, what sacred right might he have earned his way into? What would it mean for himself and the other members of the Astra Militarum that leave with him? Friends, let's find out, and welcome to another 40k video. The law we discuss is from the short story The Blooded by David McDougall. The planet is attacked by heretics, as the tithes to the planet fed into more than 40 Astra Militarum regiments throughout the segmentum. Varys is in the Imperial Guard and is facing off against traitor legions, and much to Varys' relief, nothing stirred in front of him. The bodies of the enemy lay bloody and broken, where they had been hit by weapons fire. Further on, near the cloud of dust, the bombardment had left the soil cratered and pock-marked, like a series of gaping planetary sores. Have we stopped them, he wondered. They see the dust cloud is moving. It swallows up the land and poisons the air, and they see something from Nightmare in the storm. It was clad in pale green armour from head to foot, replete with brass detailing and horns topped with what looked like human hands, linked together by rope. And it was not the only one. The guard attacked. Several fall, but the Marines' wounds heal and they get back up. The fight continues, with Alicia marking targets and Prak finding them with a hail of heavy bolt fire. Some traitors fell, and Varys hoped they could win. The blade of one plague marine is pointed at him and his defenders. They go to rapid fire. One marine was pierced through an eye lens, fell and remained still, and Varys and his friends put on their rebreathers as they see the dust cloud is made from flies. The traitor marines kept coming as the fire continued. A bolt reply tore apart Prak. Varys needed to keep them alive, and orders those under him to fall back behind smoke grenades. They unleashed them, waited till they built up a level of cover, and then moved. They covered some distance, but began to be turned to splatters of gore by the plague marines closing in. The guard fired back. Varys saved Alicia from a counter round of bolters. It came down to 3, Alicia, Titch and him, and they would have to go into open ground next to escape, and the plague marines came on relentless. They close, and one says to Varys, "Submit to Grandfather Nurgle." Varys feels he's doomed, but then hears the roar of powerful engines coming from overhead. Varys is afraid. He can't find the courage to press the Emperor to raise his weapon and fire, and considers turning it on himself. He mutters to himself, "The Emperor protects." This came through the rebreather. The plague marine raised its Norman's blade. "I think not," it hissed. The noise increased. Varys sees a blood-red craft, and from it descended a veteran sergeant, Tyranis. He fired his infernal pistol. Its chestplate warped and it fell. He cleaves another plague marine with his power sword. An impact knocks him to his knees, taking the weapon from his hand and shattering a pauldron. The infernal pistol had not slain the traitor as he thought it had, and his weapon was beyond its reach. But he saved, and the plague marine slain by 3 shots from the sanguinary priest Malav. Tyranis again takes up his weapon and tells the Astra Militarum to take cover and wait till the area is secure. And then Tyranis sees and faces several plague marines. They move to surround him. 3 blade strikes and his pistol takes care of the first. He jump packs over the others and fires down like a predator. He assists in the fire exchange, but he then lets his jump pack drop him into another. Then with hacking, slicing and carving there are 5. A great cleaver sliced at him. The air crackled with heat as he let off another shot with the Inferno pistol. He parried the blow as he landed and quickly twisted his blade up and into the groin of the traitor. He withdrew. Kicked, twisted, sliced. Another armoured form crashed to the floor, 4 left, and quickly dwindled. These numbers did as he continued his attacks. The bloodthirsty feeling he now embraced. A bolt round from the last strikes him, and his arm is buckled and dented. Tyranis returns fire but misses. He jump packs and swoops down at the traitor, severing his arm, and then he stabs into its belly and cuts up through its chest and shoulders. Varys watched. The seemingly unstoppable traitors were falling to the assault. "By the Emperor!" exclaimed an excitable Titch, who was still carrying the squad's voxcaster on his back. "We're going to win." Tyranis is told to remember the Angel's purpose, and to ensure allies are free of contagion. Alicia, Titch and Varys are approached. Titch and Alicia have nasty coughs. Varys greets the marine and Tyranis introduces himself, saying he's from the Angels Vermillion, and Varys thanks him for the rescue. "You are all fortunate to be alive," Tyranis began. "I suspect they were hoping to convert you before we intervened." "Even the one that was going to kill me?" Varys blurted. "Yes," Tyranis says to one of his brothers that two of the group are infected. Alicia is scared, and Titch tries to run away. Titch is killed, and Varys is told no treatment can save Alicia, and she will turn on them all in moments. After this, mucus can be seen pouring from beneath her rebreather. Varys, dubbed clean, is the only one allowed to live. He's introduced to another angel, who we saw a little earlier, a sanguinary priest, Malev of the Angels Vermillion. "And you're living through extraordinary times, my good brother. Tyranis here has saved you twice today, something memorable for any man." "You killed them," Varys blurted. "Was there no other way?" "What of the Emperor's peace?" Tyranis said, his hand firmly gripping the haft of his sword. Malev snapped him a look. I believe Varys has earned a semblance of hope. He held out a hand to Varys. "You will not be harmed, however. We cannot allow you to stay. You are destined for something else. You will return with us to Coronel, our home world. There we will hold a feast in your honour of all those who fight for and make the ultimate sacrifice for the Emperor. There is no greater privilege that can be bestowed by our chapter." For a moment Varys thought he saw a tear in Malev's eye. Then it was gone. The giant stepped away, and Varys was compelled to follow into a Thunderhawk. Other guard go with him too, other heroes. Malev tells them all that they are valiant champions of the Imperium. "Your journey begins today. Our enemies are countless and their methods relentless, but with your honour-bound service we can oppose and defeat them. Some of our enemies kill with rusted blades, some kill with words, seduction, or the love of violence. All are death, all are dishonour, but we offer you fortitude. We offer you the immortality of the sorrowing. The flight will be hard upon you, but rest now, for glory awaits you." Now this honour, this sorrowing, for those who don't know that they speak of, is actually a dark ritual, practised every 50 years, where the Angels Vermillion drain the blood of a population. After the angels then use this blood mixed with that of a priest to nourish their bloodlust until another 50 years passes. The blood is mixed with dispensers within the armour that just reduces those who fall to the Black Age. So it is effective in that respect, but it's not a great fate if you're Imperial Guardsman who survived and you've been saved by the Astartes, and that's how you get Tret. So this chapter that rewards heroes who face the four forces of chaos by using them as blood bags. I became quite attached to Varys over the short story. But anyway, it's 40k, what are you going to do? So now friends, I turn things over to you. What do you think to the fate of the Guardsmen? Is it really an honour? Have I misinterpreted and they're just going to celebrate this moment? Or are they actually part of the ceremony? That's the vibe I got. Would they have been better off with Grandfather Nurgle? Comment down below.